Scorpio, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Okay, your energy, Temperance in reverse. Your person, Aries energy, the Emperor. They're viewing you as the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. What you're not seeing is the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. And we have the Four of Wands. Okay. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. All right, Scorpios, I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles right now, you're single, or you're acting single, or you're just really focusing on yourselves right now. You're focusing on regulating is what I'm seeing, because I did feel with that Temperance energy in reverse, you're feeling a little bit dysregulated. And I feel like there's this energy of, I need to just focus on myself right now. You may feel a bit overwhelmed. You may be experiencing health issues, financial issues, living issues. And, you know, she's kind of like, I'm being really drawn to her being in this pool, kind of coming out of the water, finding some relief, but also still kind of wanting to, I don't want to say hide from the world, but just recover is what I'm getting. So I feel like a lot of my Scorpios, you're in this energy of recovering and healing, or just really needing to focus on yourself, get everything right in your life here. And with the Temperance energy in reverse, you may not feel like you're quite there yet. You may be giving this person a little bit of the cold shoulder because you need to focus on your health, your finances, your living situation, you know, other relationships. Okay. And we see the Seven of Coral. Yeah, you're protecting your energy here. You may be in the midst of some sort of up-leveling or deep healing, but I do feel like right now you feel you need to circle the wagons, you need to be independent, you need to heal, you need to protect your energy. And it may not even be from this person, okay? It may be just in general, like you've got a lot going on. Now, you're viewing this person as the Nine of Spears in reverse. So what I get from this energy, Scorpio, is there's a little bit of fear that either this is just going to end up being another karmic cycle, another disappointment, another like difficult relationship, or one that's imbalanced, or you may be worried that this person isn't changing their ways. Like if this is some sort of reconciliation, things are just going to go back to the way they are or they were. And if it's a new person, there may be fears here that, you know, this is just going to be another one, right? So let's see how you're viewing the relationship. The Two of Pearls in reverse. Yeah, so you may be in separation from this person. In this deck, pearls are cups. Okay, so just remember that. So the Two of Cups in reverse, this could be separation. It could just be this is a relationship that hasn't quite found its form yet. All right, and we have the Seven of Cups showing up in reverse. Your person is pretty clear though, Scorpio. Your person is pretty clear about about their feelings for you, about wanting either reconciliation, wanting to give you some sort of gift, wanting to, when I cut the deck here, Scorpio, we see the Justice card, wanting to bring this connection into balance or bring this connection into union. Okay. All right, let's see. In the making. You're entering a new reality, opening up to new levels of you and where your best self exists. It's your time to shine, so don't hold anything back. Yeah, and I feel like that is the case. Like you're in this Nine of Pentacles. You're in the midst of an up-leveling. You're in the midst of a healing. You know, you're cutting out karmic relationships, karmic, cycles, releasing bad habits. So you're really focused on this glow up, right? On many different levels. Yep, and you want to conquer your karmic relationships and allow them to teach you so that you don't repeat the same mistakes again. And I do feel some of my Scorpios, you're very vigilant, but some of you may be very hyper vigilant in not wanting to repeat the same mistake, either with this person or, if there's somebody you've dealt with or if it's somebody new. All right, so, and we see career transition. So some of you, you are reflecting and reimagining your career, decide to be intentional, proactive, and courageous about building a new career future. So for some of you, your finances are really at the forefront right now, and that can definitely make relationships feel a little bit overwhelming, even ones that you want to be in, even ones that, you know, feel good. But if you don't have that time and space, Scorpio, it can feel like it's off or it's not quite right. But I feel the general message here with this career transition, since this is a love reading, is reflect and reimagine your life or your love life and decide to be intentional, proactive, and courageous about building a new future. Okay, so doing things differently. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we do see the unseen. So things are not always as they appear. Be thorough and keep your eyes open. There's something you're not seeing. Now, it's kind of interesting because we've got these really choppy waters on top, and beneath it, there's peace and there's calm. So what I want to say here, Scorpio, is, you know, for some of you, there's actually a better outcome here than you're expecting. But if you're feeling really overwhelmed, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling really hesitant about love, you know, you might be, you know, like, I'm not saying you're spinning out, but with the Temperance energy in reverse, it's like, I feel like there is a sense of feeling a bit dysregulated or overwhelmed here, either just by this connection or by dating. With the Emperor energy, could be an Aries. This person, it feels like they've got it together. Somebody who wants to step up. We see the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so they kind of flip-flop though. With the Emperor in reverse, this could be somebody who has a tendency to be a little bit my way or the highway. It's like this person wants to step up, but I don't know then if they get a little bit triggered here. If they get frustrated easily, they lose confidence quickly. Strength card energy. Yeah, but this person's trying to tame their inner demons. So what I'm getting here, Scorpio, I feel for a lot of you, you have somebody that wants to step up. They know, though, with the Emperor in reverse, that they have some work to do. And the Strength card is holding back and doing that work. Holding back and trying to tame those inner demons and those beasts. I definitely think that they're trying, Scorpio. I feel like they're trying because I also feel like they realize this is affecting you. Their behavior is affecting you in a bad way. And I kind of feel like this person doesn't want to see you upset. They don't want to see you dysregulated. They don't want to see you hurting. And so it's like they're trying to make these transformations, which is beautiful. Right? Which is a beautiful energy because I do think it's coming from a place of sincerity. And we see the Star card in reverse. Yeah, whatever's happened between the two of you, or you, Scorpio, you've been a bit of a tower moment for this person. And I feel like your person is really unsure about the future. But I feel like they're in this energy of like wanting to make some serious changes, looking at their own behavior, seeing how you're affected by this, seeing what's going on in your life. Seeing that they could either lose you or they could miss out on this opportunity with you. If they don't stay grounded and they don't like act right is what I'm getting. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, they may know that your health is suffering or you've had some sort of financial setback or you're just not giving to this connection the way you used to or the way that they would really like you to. Because again, you're focused on you. You have to be regulated. And we see the Hierophant in reverse. They may see that you're very different from them, that you have different ways of showing up in the relationship. They may be worried that you're not seeing them as compatible any longer. With the Hierophant in reverse, a lot of you, you're in separation from this person or you're not quite in union with this person. I feel like they want it, Scorpio, with the Ace of Coral, the Ace of Wands. It feels like they want it. It feels like they want this new beginning with you. They're passionate. All right, and we see the Five of Pearls in reverse. Yeah, but they're worried you're not emotionally available because Scorpio energy tends to be quite intense. And when you're in, you're all in. And I don't know if you've pulled back your energy and you're not making yourself emotionally available anymore, and they're feeling that shift. And anybody dealing with a Scorpio is going to feel that shift. But with the Five of Cups showing up in reverse, it could be that they really do want to heal things with you. but they might not be seeing a way forward just yet. And they're building up strength and courage, and they're trying to do things differently. They're trying not to come in and just like rush in and try to fix it and make it work. Like, I do think this person's actually taking a look, Scorpio, at what you need. Like, what are Scorpio's needs? I do think they're putting their ego aside here. Now, what we're not seeing is the Lovers in reverse. Now, this can be some sort of third-party interference. The Lovers in reverse can also be the shadow attributes of Gemini energy. Not having a strong focus, stopping and starting, starting and then stopping things, being a bit capricious. All right. We see the Eight of Spears in reverse. Yeah, some of you, again, I get, now if there is third party, I feel like you may know about it, although it is showing up in the hidden position. But some of you, this person has freed themselves from some sort of third party. You may not be aware of that yet. You might not know that yet. Some of you, though, they're just not seeing how to, like, they recognize there's certain things they have to amend or they have to change about their behavior. But the Eight of Spears in reverse is telling me, because they know that there's behaviors that they have, or relationships or situationships or whatever it is, that are taking from them more than giving to them. Ace of Treasure, they want this new beginning with you. This person, they're not sure about how to go about it just yet, Scorpio, but they realize something here needs to give in their behavior or in their life. Like something, they're willing to make sacrifices or shift. It's almost like they're coming into accountability is what I'm getting, because they want this new beginning with you. They realize they don't want to lose you. Knight of Spears, they're getting clarity. They want to communicate. To me, I feel like this person's going to lay it all out on the table, and they're going to tell you, Scorpio, what's been going on, how they feel about you, what the self-reflection they've been doing. Some of you, they're telling you they've cut out some bad habits or another relationship. We see the Four of Wands. This is a real strong bonding card, reconciliation. And like I said, for some of you, if this is not this is not quite a relationship that's been formed yet, this can be definitely taking things to the next level. The Six of Treasure, making it up to you. Remember, we saw the Justice card, Libra energy. This person's coming in to make it up to you. After some accountability, some self-reflection, this is like meeting you where you are, Scorpio. And I also think because they're seeing you go through something that may be personal, financial, emotional, whatever it is, and this person is like, I want to step up for Scorpio. They're not just thinking about themselves anymore. Okay, and we see the Four of Pearls in reverse. They want reunion. You can expect an unexpected love offer or an apology or support. And we see the Four of Treasure, no longer holding back and things moving forward. And a lot of my Scorpios, it's because you're letting go here and you're focusing on you. And it's caused this person to be accountable. Take a look at their actions and their behaviors, what they potentially lose, that you're not serving yourself up on a platter here for this person, that they have to work for this, that they have to show up, they have to come at you correct. And I really do think it's working. We see that Justice card again, being brought into balance, union. Seven of Pearls, again, the Seven of Cups in reverse. This person's getting clarity that they want you, that you're soulmates, that they want to show up for you. And they may not have been showing up for you, Scorpio, beforehand. Okay, or maybe they were just being really lax. Okay. Wow, I do like this. I do like this, but it feels like you've had to go through. I feel like they're seeing some of your vulnerability, Scorpio, where they may not have seen that before. And there's something about that that's making them soften. Okay, and I mean, I know that can feel a little bit unfortunate, but it feels like this person is seeing you differently or seeing the situation differently. Yeah, you may feel like this person was ignoring you or they weren't giving you any sort of attention. So you're like, fine, I'm focusing on me, running into. Okay, some of you, maybe there was some sort of third-party interference. For others of you, they may have run into you out and about or run into you and seen that you were, what was going on in your life here. Yeah, somehow about running into you. And I feel like seeing a side of you that's more vulnerable than they were used to seeing or that they weren't expect seeing. makes them want to come towards you. Because again, they may have misjudged you, Scorpio, and they realize they're not over you. They want this to work and they can't stop thinking about you. There it is. All right. They may have heard some gossip as well, especially for those of my Scorpios where, I don't know if there's something with your health or your finances or other relationships or your living situation. It's like, it's something here. This person has really, really softened to you into this connection. And I feel like that's because they were in their ego. You may have seemed really strong, really confident, almost impenetrable in the past. And I feel like there's something here that's making them recognize that you have vulnerabilities, but it's not a bad thing, Scorpio. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's not that you were hiding yourself from this person. It feels like you're going through something and they're seeing it and it's making them reflect on, wow, I really was an asshole here. Or, I really wasn't showing up. Or, you know what, I have a tendency to lose my temper or, walk away when things get difficult. And it's like they want to fix this. They want to fix, and it feels like they're starting with themselves. With that Strength card, taming those inner demons, those inner beasts. Okay, let's see what we need to know about this person. Religious, okay, some of you that may be the case. An adventurous spirit willing to take a risk or a leap of faith. They're educated, they've been taking notes, they know what they're doing. They want to work on this relationship. For some of you, they may be a single parent, or you are. This person is not who you think, or they're going to be showing you a different side, Scorpio, that I do feel is going to give you a little hope or faith here, because it feels like they're like showing up as emotionally available, accountable, supportive. What do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say to my Scorpios? Dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. Okay, so that obviously could be the case for some of my Scorpios out there, but I also feel like this person wasn't being quite honest with themselves. And I feel like when they reflect on their behavior, they're like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? I think they were being defensive. And I think they thought that you weren't vulnerable, like you didn't have any vulnerabilities, or they couldn't see that past their own ego. Yeah, I failed to give you what you need. Yep, I didn't show up for you the way you needed to. And I know my inability to make a decision hurts you or hurt you. Yep. And so now they know that's the consequences of their actions. And again, this is not, Scorpio, that this person is seeing you as weak. But whatever's going on in your life is reflecting back at them. Like, and I apologize for my language, but it's like, wow, I was such an asshole. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. What do they want to say to you? I'm finally feeling the consequences of my actions. There it is. That's a repeating message. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. So again, that could be that they moved off in a different direction with somebody else. But for a lot of you, this is just like, I don't know if they cut and run, or they weren't supportive, or they thought, you know what, Scorpio can, just do Scorpio, I'll be fine. But they're realizing they're not okay without you. And they're not okay with how they left things or how they treated you. And I've thought a lot about you lately. Yeah, they can't stop thinking about you, Scorpio. That's for sure. I would even assume they're dreaming about you and such. All right. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Passion. Try something you've never done before. So there's passion here. Maybe it's time to do things differently. The attraction you feel is mutual, so there's strong physical chemistry. Soulmate energy, 4 of Wands, soulmate, twin flame energy, 6 of Cups showing up in this reading as well. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally, and it's safe to trust in this situation. Yeah, because I think this person has had, a come to Jesus moment here about their actions and their behaviors and what they really want and what they stand to lose. Scorpio, stay in this energy of self-care. This is what you're doing, 9 of Pentacles. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. All right, let's see. Let's go to the Grounded Response Oracle. Advice and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Advice and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Advice and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Trust your pace. You're allowed to move slowly. Yeah, you don't have to rush here. You don't have to rush. In fact, I think this person is probably starting to feel like they're the ones that better act soon, or they better make this up to you, or they better come in and have this conversation with you, Scorpio, sooner rather than later, or they're going to lose you. Let go gently. Detachment doesn't require bitterness. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of you, that's what you've been doing, and they're feeling it. But, you know, it doesn't mean necessarily letting go of this person or this connection. It's about letting go of what's happened here. But that's when you get the clarity you need. You get that apology, or you see that this person is amending their behavior. And protect your time and honor your energy. Yeah. So again, you're not meant to be pouring into this right now. I feel this person needs to pour into you, into this relationship, into themselves. And I feel like that's exactly what they're coming to do. We see release expectations, meet reality as it is. Beautiful. All right, my lovely Scorpios, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.